Hello guys and welcome back to another episode. So today we got big changes on Shadow Priestess. So Shadow Priestess at the moment is pretty poor both in PvE and PvP. In PvE people better like to have Warlocks, Affliction Warlocks than Shadow Priestess. It's kind of sad because Shadow Priestess is a old school cool spec. But now we got big changes in 8.1 that will improve them very much, and even I have, well, I'm maining Discipline Priest, but with these changes here I'm definitely going to play more in my Shadow spec now, because this sounds very very nice. So let's go through the topics and see what Seth the game designer actually has posted to us. So make Voidform, okay, so this is the goals you have. Make Voidform matter more, make staying in Voidform longer matter more, and give the players more agency or extending its duration. Improve Shadow's defense and power. So this one here is really good because in PvP it can be hard to survive as a Shadow Priest, and this one here will help us 100%. So this is just talk, you can pause it, the movie, if you really want to see what they talk about. I just want the facts. Voidform increased spell damage by 20 up from 10. Alone that one is increasing our damage by 10% when entering Voidform. That's a big boost and a very big, you can say, a carrot we're hunting for going into Voidform. Insanity drain increased per second in Voidform reduced by 15 seconds. 15%. Insanity drain increased per second in Voidform reduced by... Okay, so that means when you're inside Voidform, you know your insanity is reduced all the time, and if you go to 0, you will go out of Voidform. But this one here reduces you can say it reduces with 15% on how much insanity you get lost when you're in Voidform. That means you can actually now be 15% longer in Voidform. That's pretty cool. I mean, that's pretty nice and neat. I like the change, because now Voidform is easier to contain longer time. Voidbolt insanity generation increased by 25, and again, now we can stay longer, and now Voidbolt also makes us stay longer in Voidform. So this change alone makes it like that. I don't know how long you are able to stay in Voidform right now, but with these two changes we can now stay in Voidform for very much longer time. That's pretty cool. So now we got some changes to Dispersion, and that's our, you can say, survivability spell. Dispersion damage reduction has been increased to 75, okay, that's pretty cool, or from 60. We agree that's because it's with penalty of being able to cast spells, it deserves to be stronger. True. Additionally, it now increased movement speed by 50. That's overpowered. Awesome, I like it. A new talent instability replaced Mania, which was similar to and far less popular than Body and Soul, and reduced Dispersion cooldown by 25. Okay, so this new intangibility reduced Dispersion cooldown by 25 and caused it to heal you for 50% of your maximum health over its duration. So this is like back in old days where Shadow Priests were overpowered. Now we get the healing again while we're inside Dispersion. So this is what we need, because Paladins got the bubble. I mean, everyone has a survivability, so now Shadow Priest can go into a bubble mode and get half of the health back. So now maybe in Arena, Shadow Priest is not the easy target anymore. Now they are like the one you don't want to go after. Oh, and this topic here. Shadow Form's 10% physical damage reduction was intended to feel like a bonus Shadow Form, but instead it felt like a penalty to Voidform, since you lost a defensive benefit going into Voidform. And a lot of people, when playing Shadow in PvP, they don't go into Voidform because they lose this physical damage reduction. That's kind of destroying the whole gameplay of Shadow Priest. So Blizzard is realizing that, oh, okay, we messed up a big deal here. We're replacing this bonus from Shadow Form with Focused Will. Focused Will is the bonus that the Discipline Priest and Holy Priest has, where every time a melee attacks you, you get 15% reduced damage, and it stacks up to 2 times. So that means every time a melee attacks you, you will have 30% reduced damage. That's a big move. I mean, it's go from 10 to 30. Which other 2 priest specs already have, cause melee abilities and attacks to reduce damage taken by 15. They just forgot to mention that it stacks up to 2 times. Just saying. Hallucinations. Hallucinations, the PvP talents become a baseline passive and allows you successful Dispel Magic, Mass Dispel, Purify Disease, Vampiric Embrace, Power Word Shield, cast to generate 6 insanity, same amount per cast as your filler, Mind Flay. Pretty cool. This gives you more freedom to use on global cooldowns utility buttons, especially in Voidform, without incurring as much damage loss since insanity is constantly draining. So this means now you don't have to deal damage all the time while you're in Voidform. Now you can actually cast Dispels, Master Spells, Purify, Vampiric Embrace, Powered Shields without getting insanity loss, because it will help you hold it up. And the last, Mind Bomb and Physics Scream now take 40% longer to break from damage. That's pretty overpowered. Void Torrent generates 30 insanity over its duration and deals 20% increased damage. Additional, no longer requires Voidform to cast, so you can choose to use it on priority damage, target at any time. Okay, so now you can use Void Torrent even when you're outside Voidform. That's pretty cool. So you can use it actually like a starter and then go into Voidform. Lingering insanity fades every third second instead of every second. Okay, okay, fine enough. Surrender to Madness cooldown reduced by 33 and penalty duration reduced by 50. Okay, I really don't use Surrender. But I guess in overall this is pretty big changes. I mean, this makes Shadow Priest much more fun. I don't know if they get too overpowered, so Blizzard will nerf them again and we're sitting like, oh, now we're back again. But when this patch comes and if the changes stay like it will be here, I think we will see a lot of more Shadow Priestess. So all you Shadow Priestess out there, just wait, it's going to be fun. So if you have any comments about these changes, leave down a comment. Else I can just say thanks you guys for watching and go Shadow Priestess.